Angela Simmons, the daughter of Rev Run and longtime entrepreneur, has been living the glamorous life ever since she and Yo Gotti made their relationship official. On social media, it looks perfect. The trips to exotic islands, the luxury shopping, the red carpet appearances, and of course, the undeniable chemistry that fans love to watch. But behind the smiles and the flashy Instagram stories, the blogs are saying there's a storm brewing. And the center of that storm isn't Yo Gotti or even Angela herself. It's Yo Gotti's mother. Word on the street is that Angela is reaching her breaking point with the way Gotti's mom has been treating her, and she's allegedly planning to make a move that could shake the entire family dynamic. According to these whispers, Angela wants to have Yo Gotti's mother distanced, even escorted away from GloRilla, because she feels that the relationship between Gotti's mom and the rising rap star is making her life absolute hell. This isn't just about family drama. This is about power, respect, and survival in the world of celebrity relationships. So let's break it all down. When Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti first went public with their relationship, it was a moment of cultural shock in the best way. Hip-hop fans already knew that Gotti had a thing for Angela. He had rapped about his crush on her years before they ever got together. For years, that bar lived in the culture as a running joke, a meme, and even a little prophecy. Then one day, boom, the prophecy came true. Angela Simmons, known for her classy upbringing as part of the Simmons dynasty, gave her heart to one of hip-hop's most respected street moguls. It was like two worlds colliding. The legacy of Run DMC's family empire merging with CMG. The empire Yo Gotti built brick by brick. The internet went crazy. Fans applauded the match, and for a while, it felt like a true fairy tale. But anyone who knows celebrity couples knows that a glossy picture on Instagram doesn't always tell the full story. Relationships aren't just about love between two people. They're about blending entire families, dealing with in-laws, and managing the delicate balance between private life and public perception. And this is where Angela's perfect fairy tale begins to crack. To understand this conflict, we have to talk about Yo Gotti's mom. Yo Gotti isn't just a rapper. He's a man who built his career and empire from the ground up. From the streets of Memphis to becoming the CEO of CMG, his journey wasn't easy, and through it all, his mother was by his side. Like many artists who come from humble beginnings, Gotti's loyalty to his mom is unmatched. She's not just his parent. She's the woman who saw him through the struggle, protected him when he had nothing, and witnessed his transformation into a star. To this day, Gotti's mom is said to have a strong influence on his personal life, his decisions, and even the people he allows close to him. That kind of bond is powerful, but it can also be intimidating, especially for Angela Simmons, who is now stepping into that circle. Reports say that while Gotti's mom respects his success, she hasn't been as welcoming to Angela as fans might think. Instead of embracing Angela as the new woman in her son's life, she's allegedly been critical, skeptical, and even dismissive. And Angela, who's used to being treated with respect due to her own family background and accomplishments, has apparently found herself feeling cornered and undermined in ways she's not used to. Now, here's where things get even more complicated: GloRilla. As we all know, GloRilla is signed to Yo Gotti's CMG label, and since her breakout success, she's been embraced not just as an artist, but as part of the extended family. She's young, vibrant, outspoken, and unapologetically herself, qualities that have earned her both fans and critics. But one thing that's clear is that GloRilla has a bond with Yo Gotti's mom. The two have been seen together, sharing laughs, showing love, and demonstrating a relationship built on loyalty. For Angela, this connection is allegedly a major source of tension. Imagine being in Angela's shoes. You're trying to build a stable, respectful relationship with your man, but his mom is constantly aligning herself with someone outside the relationship. Someone younger, someone who doesn't have to answer to the same pressures, and someone who might not even realize the kind of friction being caused. According to insiders, Angela feels like GloRilla's bond with Gotti's mom has been used as a tool to make her feel excluded, ganged up on, and ultimately disrespected. And for a woman like Angela, that disrespect is the ultimate deal breaker. Angela Simmons has always been known as someone who carries herself with grace. She's no stranger to public attention, and she's dealt with her fair share of drama, heartbreak, and personal struggles. She's built businesses, raised her child, and managed to keep her composure in an industry that often thrives on tearing women down. But being graceful doesn't mean being weak. And according to what's being said, Angela is now drawing the line. She's allegedly reached the point where she feels Yo Gotti's mom has crossed too many boundaries and the situation has now spilled into her peace of mind. Reports say Angela believes that Gotti's mom is not only meddling in her relationship, but also using her influence with GloRilla to make things harder for Angela. And now Angela is ready to protect her peace by making a bold move. She supposedly wants Yo Gotti's mom escorted away from GloRilla's inner circle. To Angela, this isn't about drama. It's about survival. She's trying to create a space where she can thrive without constant negativity. And if that means cutting ties or pushing people away, then that's exactly what she's prepared to do. But let's be clear, this isn't just a personal issue. This move, if it happens, carries huge risks for both family and business. On the family side, Yo Gotti is being put in an impossible position. How do you choose between your mother, the woman who raised you, and the woman you love, the partner you've been manifesting for years? That's not a choice anyone wants to make, but it's one Gotti may be forced into if Angela follows through. On the business side, the fallout could be even bigger. GloRilla is one of CMG's brightest stars right now. She's topping charts, touring, and carrying the label's momentum in a major way. If Angela's move creates tension between GloRilla and Gotti's mom, and that tension spills into Glo's relationship with the label, CMG could find itself in the middle of a storm that distracts from music, money, and success. This is the kind of drama that could ripple across the entire camp. However, sources close to the situation claim that GloRilla has been making things difficult for Angela in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. From snide remarks to alleged shade thrown on social media, to rumored clashes at family and label events, the tension between Angela and GloRilla has reportedly been building. And here's where it gets complicated. Yo Gotti is not just Angela's partner. He's also GloRilla's boss. That means every bit of conflict between Angela and GloRilla isn't just personal, it's professional. It impacts CMG, the label's image, and the balance of power within the family. And caught in the middle of it all is Yo Gotti's mom. Now let's talk about Gotti's mom, because she's the one Angela is now trying to advocate for. Yo Gotti's mom has been described as a strong, proud woman who's always protected her son and his family. But with all this drama involving Angela and GloRilla, she's reportedly been feeling pressure from every direction. On one side, you've got Angela, the woman her son loves, the partner who's supposed to be part of the family legacy. On the other side, you've got GloRilla, the young superstar her son signed and invested in, the future of the CMG label. For Gotti's mom, choosing sides is impossible. She wants to keep the peace, but in trying to do that, she's ended up right in the middle of all the tension. Angela, meanwhile, feels like GloRilla's constant troublemaking is not just stressing her out personally, but also making life hell for Gotti's mom. Insiders claim Angela believes GloRilla's behavior, whether it's the shade, the outbursts, or the general lack of respect, is unfairly targeting the matriarch of the family. And that's why Angela is allegedly planning to take this drastic step. She doesn't want Gotti's mom painted as weak, overwhelmed, or sidelined in this drama. Instead, she wants to flip the narrative and position her as someone who deserves protection, advocacy, and respect. This is where Angela's alleged strategy comes in. Rather than going back and forth with GloRilla or throwing subliminals on Instagram, Angela is looking to involve institutions that carry real weight, news agencies, and human rights organizations. Think about how unusual that is. Most celebrity drama plays out in the gossip blogs or in messy social media exchanges. But Angela wants to elevate this beyond gossip. She wants to take the story of Yo Gotti's mom, and by extension, the story of how women in hip-hop families are often mistreated or disrespected, and frame it in the language of advocacy. Meeting with news agencies would allow Angela to control the story. Instead of GloRilla's antics dominating the blogs, the headlines could shift to Angela Simmons defends Yo Gotti's mother amid rising tensions. That instantly changes the way people perceive the situation. And by bringing in human rights organizations, Angela positions the whole conflict in terms of dignity, fairness, and respect. Suddenly, this isn't just celebrity drama. It becomes part of a bigger conversation about women, family, and power dynamics in the entertainment industry. Now let's be real. Angela wouldn't be going this far if it weren't for GloRilla. By all accounts, the tension with GloRilla has become unbearable. Angela reportedly feels disrespected, undermined, and pushed to the edge. She's tried to play it cool, but the pressure keeps building, and she believes Gotti's mom is caught in the crossfire. So in Angela's mind, protecting Gotti's mom is also a way of indirectly responding to GloRilla. It's like saying, I'm not gonna stoop to your level, I'm not gonna fight you on Instagram, but I am gonna use my influence to shine a light on how your behavior impacts the family. That's a smart move, but it's also a risky one, because GloRilla isn't the type to back down quietly. Angela's plan may sound noble, but it's also filled with risks. For one, Yo Gotti himself may not like this approach. As a businessman, he's all about controlling narratives, and having his family's drama turned into headlines could feel like a loss of control. Then there's GloRilla. If she feels attacked by Angela's advocacy, she could clap back publicly, and knowing her personality, it could get messy fast. And finally, Yo Gotti's mom herself might not appreciate being put at the center of all this. What if she doesn't want to be framed as someone who needs protection or human rights advocacy? What if she just wants peace and privacy? In that case, Angela's plan could backfire, making things worse instead of better. Already, fans are split. Some people are applauding Angela, saying she's taking the high road and refusing to let GloRilla drag her into negativity. They see her as a strong woman using her platform to protect family and turn drama into a larger conversation about respect. But others think this is over the top. They argue that Angela is making the situation bigger than it really is, and that involving news agencies and human rights orgs is just a way to protect her brand while low-key shading GloRilla. Either way, the cultural impact is undeniable. This isn't just about Angela versus GloRilla anymore. It's about how women in hip-hop navigate power, respect, and family dynamics in a male-dominated industry. Of course, fans have their own takes. Some people are riding with Angela, saying she has every right to demand peace in her life and her relationship. They argue that no woman should have to tolerate constant negativity, even if it comes from her partner's family. Others, however, think Angela is playing a dangerous game. They say family comes first, and trying to separate a man from his mother, or even dictating who his mother spends time with, is a recipe for disaster. Then there are those who think the whole thing is exaggerated by the blogs. They point out that Angela and Gotti still post loving pictures, still appear united in public, and still give off strong power couple vibes. But as we know, social media doesn't always show the truth. Just because someone posts a smiling picture doesn't mean they're not going through hell behind closed doors. At the end of the day, this situation highlights a timeless struggle, the battle between love and loyalty. Angela Simmons represents love, the woman Yo Gotti has admired for years, the partner he fought to win, the person he envisions a future with. His mother represents loyalty, the woman who stood by him from the beginning, who never left his side, who embodies his past and his foundation. GloRilla represents the present and the future, the success of his label, the momentum of his career, the artist whose rise is tied to his empire. These three forces are colliding, and Yo Gotti is stuck in the middle. No matter what decision he makes, someone will feel hurt, someone will feel betrayed, and the balance of his personal and professional life could be shaken. For Angela, though, the choice is clear. Her peace comes first. And if she has to push people out of the circle to protect that peace, she's allegedly ready to do it, no matter the consequences. So now, I gotta ask y'all, what do you think? Is Angela Simmons justified in wanting Yo Gotti's mom out of her space, especially if she feels that bond with GloRilla is making her life miserable? Or is she crossing the line by interfering with family dynamics that have been in place long before she came into the picture? And what does this mean for Yo Gotti?